Guys, if you're a hard subscriber to Nightbreed, I'm just gonna let you know. The main character is garbage. He's one of the worst protagonists in a movie I've seen for a while. But the movie's not very good, and I'm about to tell you why. Because, you know, I'm being a shark swimming around and I'm trying to do some objectives in the background. But what happens in Nightbreed is that you get a man. He believes there's a place called Midian, right? Don't worry, it's nothing important. It's just
feeding makes for a fascinating, if not slightly nauseating spectacle.
it's just kind of like it's an underground city of monsters. And well, he believes that he is one of these monsters, which is totally fine because there's been a string of murders, and he goes to a therapist to like describe these dreams he's been having, and the dreams he's been having line up with the murders. And you go, okay, well that's kind of interesting. Maybe he has this horrific monster lurking inside of him, and he's really the murderer, which would be fine and all. And this movie came out, I think, 1990. So
sometimes even sharks just need to.
I don't know if it was super played out by then. It could have been, but I don't know for a fact. We're gonna say it hasn't been, right? We'll give it the benefit of the doubt. It's not super played out yet. But what happens next? He goes to Midian, discovers he discovers monsters are real. He gets attacked by a group of monsters. They're like, I can't believe you're here. And the monster design, the first one looks kind of like the Predator before the Predator came out, which is cool. You know, good job. With just like the monster dreads and everything. But what happens later is that it's also like the monsters have laws that they can't just attack people, even if they're intruding upon their lands. Which, okay, whatever so far. The guy gets bitten, gets gunned down by the police. They think he's doing the murders because his therapist turns him in. That's fine. But what happens next is he discovers... Why can't I get in there? He discovers that he actually is a monster, and his monster transformation is super lame. All he does is get these runes on his face, while everyone else, like, loses part of their face, turns into a horrific creature. You know, things like this. He just... I don't know if they thought he was, like, too pretty to become a monster or something, but his special effect doesn't give him anything. Most people get abilities. He just gets little runes on his face and breathes out smoke, and that's about it. He does nothing cool. He causes the downfall of this city by breaking its laws and introducing humans into it, and then claims he has to save the city and says, why won't you help me fight monsters? You have to save your city after I've shown all the humans where your city is located. And then he becomes the chosen one at the end and goes on to found a new city of monsters because the last one gets destroyed. It's a bad movie. On IMDb, people treat it like it's an amazing film, but it's not. It's unfortunate how bad it is. And it's not like they treat it, it's not like these reviews are like, oh my god, this movie changed my life. It was like, oh my god, this movie is the new Exorcist. I can't believe it was so good. And I don't know. I get we all have different tastes in things, which is fine. But this movie fails to be a lot of things in a movie. And who knows? Some people said watch the director's cut. It's better. It's by Clive Barker. So maybe Clive Barker's vision is amazing and it got butchered in post. Who knows? But the version that I was able to watch on TV, or, you know, on a streaming service, was no bueno. So I'm hoping all these people are talking about the director's cut, which rocked everyone's socks. I don't think they are. But if I missed, I think the director's cut's like 20 minutes longer. So if I missed anything, someone let me know and say, guy, Nightbreed was totally amazing. You just need to check yourself at the door and watch the director's cut. And I guess I guess I'll sacrifice 2 more hours of my life to watch it. Which is fine. We all have nothing else going on with our time. So I guess I could check it out. Yeah. I'm gonna give it like out of a rating, I would say it's like a Phantasm 5. It could have had a lot. But instead it had nothing. You know what? I'm not gonna give it a Phantasm 5. I'll give it a Phantasm 4. Phantasm 5 was not very good. Phantasm 4 had some stuff to it that could have been a good movie. I think. Unless I'm misremembering all my Phantasms. Since I sat through all of them in a day, that could totally be a possibility. Let me out. Let me out! Ah, bummer. Where does this lead? I don't know yet. That's fine. But yeah. Nightbreed, no bueno. Equilibrium, not good. Maybe I gotta, you know, time blast myself back in time to 2002 and just be like, oh my god, this is amazing. But, you know, it's just not very good, unfortunately. Oh my god, last movie I watched, I did watch it today. Sorry, all my movie viewings run into each other. I watched Ex Machina, and I got mixed feelings about it. If you haven't watched it, go ahead, watch it. It has an actor in it who's pretty darn good. I think it's, he's in Sucker Punch, which I also watched the director's cut of Sucker Punch the other day, also on HBO. I got the free trial, so I said, yeah, why not? And my feelings in that movie are also mixed. What's his name? Oscar Isaac? I think that's him. He's a good actor. Let me just check my phone-a-rooski real quick. I think that's his name. Oscar Isaac. I know you guys are here for the quality shark eating business, but let me just rant about this American Guatemalan man who's a solid actor. This bro, in Sucker Punch, you go, boy, that's a scary brothel owner, you know what I'm saying? And then in Ex Machina, you go, he's kind of nuts. I don't think this is going to turn out well, right? And then, wouldn't you know it, he's actually a really likable character. And I actually enjoyed a lot of what he brought to that role. And I think it was pretty solid. Needless to say, the ending I don't think is very good. And here's the reasons why. I don't want to spoil it because I was very entertained for most of that movie. And except for the ending. How do you not spoil a movie but spoil the ending? I don't know, but we're gonna try it right here. So in the end, some things happen. You know what? It came out in 2012 or 2015. If you don't want me to end it, I'm gonna spoil it in like 5 seconds. It's fine. We've probably all seen it because, you know, it was popular. But we know that the chick gets out and she just goes and, you know, experiences life. The problem with that is kind of like
all varieties of diarrheal illnesses.
Lots of diarrheal illnesses. The problem ends up being that it's kind of like a thing where she has to charge her batteries. And all of a sudden she escapes this facility, and what is she going to do to charge her batteries if she's not in this facility? That's it. That's why I thought the ending was super lame. Yeah, I think the last 20 minutes of the movie falls apart. I think the first hour and a half is fantastic. Ex Machina, go watch it. Because even with what I just said, it doesn't really spoil the film because you can kind of see what's happening coming when stuff starts to happen. It's kind of,
This is a great opportunity for the shark to test the theory that exposure to gamma rays gives
I guess it's kind of choreographed before stuff even happens. Most people will figure out what's going to happen at the end before the end. There's an alternative to it, which I think could be really good. Oh, that's a good eating animation for those. That is slick. There is a, I think could have ended better because part of it starts, there's some stuff that starts to happen and you go, oh wow, this could be interesting. And then it doesn't happen. But had they taken it this route, it would have been good. You know what? It's been 5 years. I'm spoiling the movie. Guys, it's too hard to beat around the bush with this film. So there's a guy. He goes in. Watch it off for Oscar Isaac. He's the best. He great performance by Oscar Isaac. He comes in and he's there to test an AI. And he's one of the coders from this company that Oscar Isaac owns. It's called Blue Book. It's like our Google. It's a giant search engine company. So he comes onto his private research home kind of thing. And he's introduced to the robot. Her name is Ava. And with this, he kind of learns, oh God, he kind of learns that he's there to perform the Turing test or the Turing test. And I guess it's an actual scientific thing. You can do it online with another robot, kind of. Oh God, I can't get out of there. With another AI online, I heard, which is cool. But he's here to see if the robot passes. And what that is does it pass convincing that it's human, and not only human, but does it make you believe not only that it's human because it believes, you know, it knows what it is, but does it make you want to do certain things and help it out in different aspects of just general? So, aspects of general. Sorry, I'm getting tired. So what happens is the guy goes in. We're gonna call him what's his name? What's his name? I forget. We're gonna call him Travis. Nathan? No. Nathan's Oscar Isaac's character. You know what? Travis. We're calling him Travis from now on. Travis is the guy who comes in to the test, and that's not his real name. That's not the right name. I forgot. And what it is he comes in, he meets Ava. He's, you know, bonding with the robot, how they do and whatnot. And Oscar Isaac's like, hey man, how you doing? You like the robot? It's pretty cool, right? I made it myself, you know, I just do these robot things up here. And he discovers all kinds of things. The robot begins showing affection towards him. He starts showing affection towards the robot. And long story short, he develops a plan to free myself! To free the robot. And you go, okay, things are getting interesting. But while he's doing this, he also discovers that this isn't the first version of the robot, because of course Ava the robot is terrified as to what happens when there's going to be an update, right? Like does she get destroyed? What actually happens to her? And he Travis discovers that, you know, Oscar is a huge alcoholic and doesn't do so well. And so he falls asleep, he steals a little key card, gets to access some things he's not supposed to access, and discovers that there's a bunch of other robots before this one. And that they're all kind of just in his closets, literally. He has 5 closets, there's 5 robots. He doesn't know what's going on anymore. And then he himself believes that he could possibly be a robot. And this is where I went, oh my goodness, this would be really good if he wasn't testing the, if he wasn't actually testing the robot was testing to see if he believed that he himself was human and therefore, you know, could be convinced that he's been alive this whole time through implanted memories or things like this, that he's lived a life and he is the person that he is, and is convinced completely and lives his life just not knowing, right? Like what is it? Not Bionic Commando, Binary Domain. How there's robots there that live a normal life, don't know they're robots, and it's like horrific when they do learn they're robots. So he takes a razor blade, chops himself open, not like aggressively, like not far enough to see if there's robot parts, but just far enough to be like, is my skin fake, right? And then the movie just takes a turn and goes, okay, well, he's not a robot. And then they just go over the basic stuff of, oh my God, he's gonna help her escape, he's gonna do his things. Long story short, she's been manipulating him emotionally and pretending to fall in love with him so that he will do anything he can to help her escape. That's it. But the movie makes it a pretty big point that she needs to charge herself on this house, and without the charging station, like, what's gonna happen? And they don't really get to it. It just kind of fades to black and she's done. She's out in the world. That's it. So yeah, kind of falls apart after a certain spot, but I did really enjoy it up toward that spot. I think it had some good ideas. I wish it would have been him that was a robot and he didn't know it. Because what happens, and you guys have probably seen the movie, is that he's only at this house for a week, and then he gets flown there by helicopter from his work, and then he has to go back to the helicopter and get flown back to society because this research center is out in the middle of nowhere. But what I think would have been cool, and you guys are gonna be like, oh, of course this is gonna be so, is had he finished his week at the test site testing this robot, and because at the end he goes, she passed, that's an amazing robot, is if he was allowed to get back into, he escaped, oh wow, I'm going the total wrong way. He leaves the compound, gets on the helicopter flies him back to the compound, and then just puts him back in his test room, and discovers that he himself actually was a robot the entire time, and that he was the test subject. Like, that'd be great. He wasn't even alive the entire time. He just has implanted memories, because that would have been, like, finds out he's a robot, test subject, cuts to black, movie over. We all stand and applause. We go, oh my God, what a great film. And then we get up, put our popcorn in our face, get the fudge out of the movie theaters, and then we go, wow, that was a good one. You know, I think that would have been a good, that would have been a better ending to me, compared to what happens. I think just because they set it up as a possibility, I go, I think that should have been explored just a little bit more. But, you know, aside from that, I think it was a slick film. But I guess what can you expect from yourself, from when you go, this is what I want from it. You know, your version of what you want from something is usually going to be, well, it's going to be the better version because it's what you want. But it's not what we were given. So I'm going to go with what we were given. I think with what we were given, I think it's also a very slick movie. So even though it ain't the ending I envisioned, I think it still has lots of good stuff to it. I won't tell anyone to not watch it. Unlike the Babadook, where I tell everyone, hey, turn that movie off at about 20 minutes to 30 minutes before the ending. Just turn it off. Because the Babadook's ending is terrible. Okay, there you go, alligator. I think what got me about the Babadook's ending is that they go, it's a monster, it's a monster, it's a monster for so long. Instead of, oh my God, her psychosis, her psychosis, her psychosis. And I just go, okay, I'm bored. It can either be a monster, it can be her psychosis. It can't be both. You know, she can't, I hate movies when they just go, oh my God, it was in their head the whole time. And because of this, they were acting upon impulses that weren't actually there. It drives me up the wall. It just does. I don't think it's super creative, so I don't really enjoy it. I think it's a cop-out, is usually how I feel about those movies. Other than that, up to the last 30 minutes of the Babadook, go ahead, watch it. Oh no. Same thing for Mr. Jones. Up until the last 20 minutes, give it a watch. At the last 20 minutes, turn that bad boy off, start the Babadook, and then turn the Babadook off in the last 30 minutes. Like, there it is. And it's real unfortunate because I wish that wasn't the case. You know me. I would love to be able to love like all forms of media. I'm a sucker for any kind of story, which is probably why I watch everything I possibly can. But, you know how it is. We all got our favorites. Mine just happens to be horror. Which I guess is probably, I think that might be an easy genre to just kind of pick apart, because it's very hard to, or at least for me, to not pick at movies. Not in like a, oh my god, did you see how bad that movie was, but like in a, oh wow, I feel like this could have been explored more kind of way. Can I jump up there? Oh god, guys. Oh no, we're gonna have to try this again. Because I really like it when movies play with just any kind of idea. I find a lot of that stuff really interesting. Oh, there's an invisible wall here. Is there? Yeah, there is. Okay. So, yeah, I really like it when movies can take an idea and really kind of run with it for all it's worth. But when they get to the end of that string, you can't just go, oh, it was in their imagination. Or, oh, it's because they're crazy. Or, oh, demons. Like, I always find that those things, unless they're established early, and not just like, not like in a key shot of like, oh, they've been established once, and then the character completely ignores it the entire time, but unless they've actually been established and the character's acted upon it through multiple times in the movie, can you use something like, oh, they're crazy, or oh my god, they are actually possessed. So, yeah, I just not a fan of any film that runs to the end of the rope and then you wake up and it was all a dream. Huh. I feel like this definitely is progress, right? Waypoint, story objective. Yeah, I gotta get in there somehow. I must have to go around this way. Let's go here first. Yeah, I haven't seen any other films recently. Well, you know what? No, I did see Sucker Punch. Sucker Punch I saw when it first came out, and I was like, I don't know, it's very video gamey, right? I didn't really like the narrator when he comes in, he narrates what everything is gonna be, and then you're like, okay, well, like, that's fine. It's very, okay, let's go get this. He goes, you need a key. And you go, okay, I guess their next mission's getting a key. They're gonna fight zombie Nazis. And then they go, okay, well, your next mission's get fire. Okay, I'm gonna fight a dragon. And he goes, okay, your next mission's get a map. And you're like, okay, I'm gonna find a map.
I would like to assure the Antolini crime family that this footage will in no way be used in the final edit of our program.
No way. And, I guess, like, it makes the setup so you're not wondering what's going on. But someone's gonna come in and tell me, bro, you're just not smart enough to get Sucker Punch. And I'm gonna say, yeah, maybe you're right. I'm not smart enough for a lot of things. But I would definitely say when they're in the brothel, is the best part of Sucker Punch. It's like hands down where I think more of the movie should have taken place. I almost feel like that movie in itself, Zack Snyder comes in with two different ideas completely and smashes them into one. And of course someone's going to talk about like the layers of the movie and which one's the real truth, because is it the asylum, is it the brothel, is it none of them, is it the narrator is just telling a story and through these are the lenses which she's telling the story through? Mayhaps. I'm just going to base it on the fact that well, here's my opinion of it. I think, once again, I guess I'm doing an Oscar Isaac movie marathon is what's happening in my house. The brothel's the best part. There's a really overwhelming sense of dread that I think is very good.
It's generally believed that a shark never sleeps.
Everywhere else, especially in the fantasy fights, there's no tension. And I feel like that really kind of hurts it. Like our main characters, when they're in the fantasy world, never experience any hardship or pain or, you know, any marks like that. And I get it. It's because it's Barracuda. You best watch yourself. And I get it. It's because it's the fantasy world. How often you get beat up constantly in your dreams? You know what I'm saying? But like, if that's the idea, I feel like more things should have been in the fantasy world. Oh, sorry, more things should have taken place in the brothel, which may or may not also be a fantasy world. But that's where the real bulk of the movie lies. And if there was a cut where there was no fantasy world, I think I would watch that one. I almost think the action scenes pull away from the film more so than I would like them to. So, Sucker Punch, I think, is a good film if it's viewed for certain aspects. The action scenes themselves, I think, could have been a supercut of like a little 30-minute things. Like, I don't know. Yeah, it definitely feels like the action set pieces are their own movie, and the brothel is its own film, and that's it. It definitely, in my opinion, didn't even need the action parts to be entertaining. I'd kind of give it. Okay, I wouldn't give it the same as Ex Machina. I'd say it's not as good as Ex Machina, but I'd say it suffers from. I don't know what Sucker Punch suffers from. I wouldn't say.
To clear the ocean of its assorted detritus is one of their most valuable functions.
I wouldn't say incoherent storytelling. I would say maybe it tries to tell too big
Catfish have specialized taste buds
of a story.
all over their bodies, so
No.
they know that you're
Hold
the
on.
that peed in the water.
You know what I would say? I'd say it's got a lot of ideas, and they may not be presented in the best order. I think is kind of how I would look at Sucker Punch. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna go with. Because I don't dislike the film. Just in general, very rarely do I think anything is a bad film. I think there are films that need a lot of improvement. I think Birdemic itself is a bad film, but like that's out of the hundreds, if not thousands, of films I've watched. So, you know, I would just say, yeah, I think if its story was restructured in a way where, I'm trying to think of how I would even do it, and I can't think of a way that I would do it in the order that the movie is shot in, or that the movie's presented in. I tell you, with the way the movie's presented, it has to be shown in the order it is. But if I could have the action scenes as their own little part, the brothel as its own little section, and the actual asylum in its own little section, I think I might appreciate that. Or even if the asylum had kind of a side-by-side, because it works. Well, it works more as a bookend and a beginning, so it works as a beginning and an end. The brothel and the action scenes are in the middle. But it's like brothel action, brothel action, brothel action. Yeah.
The Needle-Tooth Nightmare.
Well, Jesus Christ, Barracuda. I'm gonna think on this just as I think on Birdemic 3. Reburdened. Well, that's a big thing. Okay, Barracuda. You ain't bad. I'm an adult. Press to focus on the hostile wildlife that is lunged. Oh, okay. Give me it. Yeah, I think I'll have to think on how I'd like that to be structured to make it a more coherent story. But then again, maybe that's not what it's going for.
Barracuda.
That could
While
be.
most recognize it as the title of a classic rock radio staple, did you know that it's also a fish?
Barracuda is an amazing song. Without a doubt. It is a rock staple. Let's get back and see what bone teeth do for us. And then I think we're gonna end up calling that bad boy a night. Let's see.
The bull retreats to the grotto for refuge and quiet reflection.
I'm gonna be real upset because now I gotta change jaws. Let's see. Oh. Well then. Those are beastly. Oh, this is defense rating. Okay. Well, that's plus 5% thrash damage and plus 12% boat biting damage. You know what? We're gonna stay with the bioelectric teeth for now. And then I guess we'll see what happens when we start getting the rest of the sets of stuff. So far, I've been pretty impressed with this game. You know what? Sorry, we're gonna go get this last little mission. I've been pretty impressed with it. It has been more fun than I thought it could be. It's definitely a lot more engaging, I would say. I think because right now I got it on the Epic Store, they have that little $10 coupon. I think that's a great time to get it. Without it, whoa, that was fast. Without a doubt, I'm all for saving. So even if it was like an amazing game, like how I think Final Fantasy VII is an amazing game, I'd say if you can save yourself a few bones, like, why not save yourself some bones, you know? I'd say if you don't like the Epic Store, that's fine. Me personally, as a person who doesn't play a lot of games on PC, but has a loud PlayStation 4, if you have like a beef with it, I guess you got a beef with it. I personally don't, so I don't mind getting on Epic. I think they've done some good things with releasing games for free on Thursdays. Even if you're like, oh my god, I can't stand them. I think there's some good stuff. I have some friends who are very strict Steam players, but for me, if there's a game I want and it's on your platform, and it suits me, I'm gonna end up getting it. So, and if I gotta go to your platform to get it, I'm gonna go to your platform to get it. Just like I wanted to play Gears of War, I got a 360 to play Gears of War. I wanted Dying Light, I got a PS4 to play Dying Light. Like, I'm a simple man. Yeah, I think if you get a chance to try it, go for it. It's on PS4. I'm sure it's on Xbox 360. Xbox One, it's on PC. Does this say something about Pete? Check in on Pete. Oh my god. Yeah, I think it's definitely solid. It's entertaining for sure.
Back on board the
Oh my goodness.
That's Kyle, my son. He's just here for the summer. Studies marine biology. Look at that. I got one hand can still tie a hook. You got two can barely tie his shoes. Must get that from his mama.
Man, this is just a tank of a man.
He used to help my daddy around. Spent a lot of time together.
Oh my god, now you guys have matching
We wasn't
hooks.
close. He was a shark hunter. That's all he was. If anybody were gonna catch the mega, it'd be him. Thought it was a government experiment, got himself loose. Boy, he wanted that shark. Wanted it bad. Found it once. Didn't catch it, no.
What happened to your father?
Huh?
What happened?
Look, I ain't got time to answer questions all day. Got work to do.
Oh my goodness. He's about to get emotional. This man just chose a job he could just be in swim trunks for the entire life. He goes, you know what? I just want to be comfy.
Just like Kyle LeBlanc, our young bull is the inheritor of a long family tradition, struggling to find her place in the world.
Yeah, you know what? Let's take it this way. You know what, guys? I said this might be the end, but you know what? For now, I'm swimming to new pastures. It's not quite as RPG-ish as I thought. I might be missing something right now, but so far it's not super RPG-ish. The evolution aspect is kind of cool. I will give it that. It does have things based on kind of like what you achieve in the game. I don't know, I was kind of thinking more it was going to work on like a leveling up system, but it does work on these points that you collect through your diet, which is kind of cool. Yeah, I thought the evolution was going to work more on like as you level up, you get points to assign to slots to level up in certain things and evolve in certain directions. But we'll have to see how it goes. Right now we're only like 3 hours into it, so it's not super far. I think. I don't know how long this game is. But yeah, we'll have to see how this leveling up aspect goes. I think it's just for size, which actually works out pretty well because now that as you gain size, like certain things are totally not a threat.
Vacation residences for wealthy out of
Oh, this is
with
nice.
spectacular ocean views, private beach access, and a gate to keep out the locals.
Like, because I'm so big, alligators are no longer a threat. So I'm kind of curious as to what I'm gonna run into. You know what? Scratch that. I do like the leveling up system as a size kind of idea. Because at least then you know how you're... Oh god. Sharks. Sharks are the next thing of evolution. Guys, it's a shark fight. Yeah. Nope. Where you at? Okay, so yeah, sharks definitely the upgrade from alligators. But yeah, the level thing, it does work as long as you don't expect it to work on like an RPG leveling thing. It's different. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, it's definitely different. I do like the achievement thing, or the achievement aspect. Like you have to kill certain people, you have to bring out certain hunters to get certain upgrades. I do like being rewarded for that. I don't know, I think I was just expecting more of a skill point based thing like normal RPGs do, but we'll see how this RPG treats us. I'm always up for new ideas, so we'll see how it pans out. I like the little pickups.
From the moment she's born,
Yeah.
the shark's cold, expressionless eyes are
So far, I don't have any
constantly
any problems with it. I think if anything, it's just gonna get more entertaining as I play it, which is a good feeling to have.
Anyone who has delved into the stomach contents of a shark is acutely aware that they'll eat just about anything.
However, this bug is kind of a bummer. Let's see if it fixes itself. This is the second time I've run into it where the gate doesn't open. I'm curious. It fixed itself when there was an enemy on the other side of it. I'll probably just have to reboot my system. That's kind of been the only down. There it goes. Never mind, I just gotta swim hard at it like a man. Never mind, I wasn't swimming at it right. My bad, folks. Not a bug, I was just being a weenie.
Quite a strange conglomeration of stuff will end up in the stomachs of sharks.
Let's see, where's this other shark?
The smell of prey excites the shark's olfactory sense.
Come on, shark. Oh my god. Bro, you're coming at me without a tail? You're dead. Come on, man. Done. Alright, let's go see what this is over here. I think it's also that I like discovering the new things in this game. There's lots of new stuff to get. Humans are my favorite part of this game.
Flamingo boats are not naturally evil. They only gradually turn evil due to their insatiable diet of human flesh.
Get out of here, narrator. I like the narrator. He keeps it clever.
The hunters in pursuit of a dangerous shark. Those closest to them prepare
Let's
for the
see.
possibility that they might come home.
Oh, let me up. Let me get you. All right, let's see what we can do. Yeah, when hunters come in, man, the game really, it really takes a completely different feel. It kind of feels like I went from playing Mario Kart on the Nintendo to playing Hydro Thunder. Is, I guess, the best comparison. I know it's a weird comparison, but it's like all of a sudden things just went nuts when the hunters arrive and when you start fighting them. Candyman Curtis. Okay. I didn't say your name in a mirror 3 times. Where is he? Oh god, a shark. I don't see Candyman Curtis. Oh, there he is.
The fishing phenom, Candyman Curtis.
Well, Chief, you tried.
In this war of attrition between man and nature.
This feels like a game where there's almost like it would have like the Dead Rising enemies in it for some reason. I don't know why that makes me feel like that. Oh yes. Yes, sir, you were done. Easy. Thank you. Like, I want a hunter to come up in a robo shark and fight me. You know what I'm saying? That's what I wanted, like the last hunter to come up and just be like, I got him! I've been building this for 17 weeks since I first heard this shark Scaly Pete was hunting. It took his hand, I built a shark to fight this shark. Like, that's the kind of feeling I want it to be. And I don't think anyone would mind. We'll see how crazy it gets with some of those ideas, but I ain't opposed.
The shark's around here somewhere.
So far, I don't think it's cured me of my fear of the ocean by being, you know, a creature of the deep, but I'm definitely more comfortable being in the deep.
This mineral supplement wouldn't be necessary if this shark ate a more nutritious, well-balanced diet.
But I think also it's because, well, you know,
The hunt ends. But
I'm the
this
main
is a mere
monster,
pause
so
in the eternal struggle between man and nature.
that would do it. Yeah. There you go. Yeah, when you're the creature everyone's supposed to be afraid of, it doesn't have quite the same horrific effect on you. Okay, come on! There we go.
An insatiable fish, the bull shark is 9/10 appetite.
Bro, I'm 9/10 appetite most of the time.
This shark is a sort of super scavenger, completely lacking in what may be called dietary discrimination. Prey disappears between rows of ice-picked teeth.
Yeah, just such quick eating, man. I remember it was not long ago I was having to take 3 chomps on things to do anything.
Upon using this medication, if you experience priapism, do not attempt to improvise your own surgical shunt.
I don't want to know what that word means. Not surgical shunt, but priapism. Is that more than 4 hours business? Is that what I'm hearing? Huh. Wait a second. That leads to some pretty open water. Oh my goodness. I didn't even realize. Wow, we finished a lot of this map. Oh yeah, you're gonna need a bigger boat, folks. You done. Okay, actually that's a pretty big boat. Never mind, you're fine. Each gate has a switch. Alright. Where's the, oh. Come on.
Prosperity Sands features glittering white beaches fenced off for the sole enjoyment of the ultra-rich, mega
Did I get
rich,
it?
and super-rich.
Oh, it's on the other side. Alright. Sweet.
Mutagen 23 is certainly heating up the evolutionary arms race.
Have I been in there before? Nope. Boy, these tunnels are much easier to see over here.
Fare like this to help fuel her reign of terror.
Yeah, I actually wonder how long this game is. It can't be... Maybe it is. Maybe it is a big game. I don't know. It just doesn't seem like it's very long. You know what I'm saying? It's like one of those pop down on the couch for a little bit, have a good time, eat some people as a giant monster shark. You know, that kind of feeling. Alright. Let's see what we got.
Space is the ideal stage for the shark to meditate and harness her pure potentiality.
You right. Do I have any other new evolutions? I don't think so. Oh wait, I got adrenal glands. On low health. Huh. When you're badly injured. Well, I don't really play with things like that, so I guess we'll upgrade this bad boy. Since by the time I'm badly injured, I try to, you know, not be badly injured. But we'll see how the rest of this game goes, guys. Thanks for checking it out. This is a good little playthrough of it. I'm definitely going to keep playing through it. I'll play through tomorrow and a couple other days, and then I think we'll start a new one going, just depending on how big this game is. And then we'll get the rest of it up on YouTube. Alright guys, I'll catch you later. Thanks for joining me. You have a good one.